Welcome back, everybody, to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We just got done talking about the volleyball teams in the Olympics, and now we're going to talk about student athletes in the U.S. Track and Field Olympic Trials. In yesterday's show, we talked about Mackenzie Long, Parker Valby, Vijay Sears, and Isabel Whittaker, and we're just basically going to continue our conversation and talk about some more student athletes that will compete in the trials. The trials are taking place June 21st to the 30th in Eugene, Oregon, and I am literally counting down the days. Also, tomorrow I will be going over some more student athletes that are competing in the Olympic trials for track and field. So if you are enjoying this segment, I recommend that you stay tuned for tomorrow's episode as well. So just for some background information, in most events, the top 3 finishers make the Olympic team. If athletes finish in the top 3 but have not recorded the minimum Olympic qualifying time or mark, they can still make the team based on their world ranking. It gets very confusing. All of how people qualify for the Olympics is so confusing to me sometimes, but just know that making the top 3 places is really strong, and you want that. Of course, it is super, super tough, though, considering the competition in all of these heats. So we're just going to dive right into it. So let's begin with Jadyn Mays from the University of Oregon. Okay, so she will be competing in the 100-meter dash. She is tied with Candace Hill at 11.01 seconds as a personal best, and she does not have one of the faster times in the event. I don't think Mays is going to make it to the Olympics this year just based on her times in this heat compared to the other competitors. You have to remember that in the 100-meter dash, she is going up against Sha'Carri Richardson and Tamari Davis, who have already been to the Olympics and are known for their success in this event particularly. And there are other student athletes in this event who have better personal best times than Mays, like Mackenzie Long and Vijay Sears. Those do have more of a chance of making it to the Olympics than Mays, in my opinion. Mays will also be competing in the 200 meters, and the same thing pretty much goes for this event as well, except she also has the iconic Gabby Thomas to compete with. Mays' time in this event is 22.19 seconds, which is pretty much right in the middle of the heat. It's still impressive that she's going to the trials, don't get me wrong, but the 2028 Olympics might be a better shot for her considering the competition she has for this one and her personal best times compared to the other people competing in the heat. Okay, Ziyah Holman from UT Austin. She's competing in the 400-meter dash, and her personal best stands at 50.99 seconds. She is kind of the dark horse in this race, considering her time is one of the slower times. Now, I hate using the word slower because none of these times are slow, but she has one of the longest times. I think you guys get the point. But anyway, I think Holman may surprise people in the trials. She has to compete with world-renowned Gabby Thomas and Kenara Hayes. But in this event, what's different is that there are so many student athletes competing, and the student athletes actually have better personal best times than these 2 iconic sprinters. Like Rosaline, Effiong, and Aaliyah Butler have better times than those 2. So I don't think that Holman is going to make it to the Olympics this year, but I think she definitely could surprise people and come out in the top 5. So that brings me to my next 2 people to talk about, Rosaline Effiong from the University of Arkansas and Aaliyah Butler from the University of Georgia. Starting with Effiong, her personal best time in the 400-meter dash is 49.72 seconds. In the NCAA D1 Track and Field Championship, she finished 4th in this event, but she is 3rd in personal best times for the Olympic trials heat in this event. I think she has a really good shot of making it to the Olympics and possibly finishing in 2nd. Aaliyah Butler finished 14th in the 400 meters in the NCAA D1 Track and Field Championships. Her personal best time is 49.79 seconds, and that is the 4th fastest time in the Olympic trials heat. I don't have as much confidence as I do in Effiong that she'll make it to the Olympics, but I definitely think she's going to do great and is definitely going to show that potential she has for the Olympics. Now let's talk about Michaela Rose from LSU. She's competing in the women's 800 meters. Her personal best is 1 minute 58.37 seconds. She's one of the fastest times, but she has a lot of competition in this event. She finished in 4th in the NCAA D1 Track and Field Championships with a time of 2 minutes 1.03 seconds. She's looking to be on a good path right now heading to the trials, but you have to consider the competition in this event. Athlete Mu will be competing in the trials. It has been confirmed, but maybe her recent injury will let in some other athletes to take that Olympic spot. I don't know. I think that Rose could make it to the Olympics. Mu big chance she will be in the Olympics. But Rose has the potential, and I would love to see her there, but I don't think that this is her year for it, considering the competition in this event. A little side note, for the longer distance events like the 1500 and 5000 meters, there's literally like no student athletes other than Parker Valby, which I find really interesting. Anyway, Grace Stark from the University of Florida will be competing in the 100-meter hurdles. Her personal best time is 12.47 seconds, and she got this time in the NCAA D1 Track and Field Championships, where she finished first. I think she's got a solid chance of making it to the Olympics, considering she is on this right path right now, getting a personal best and then winning the event in her latest competition. Her personal best is one of the fastest times in the heat at the trials, and I think she's got a really good shot at finishing second. I think Kendra Harrison or Nia Ali may finish first, but I got a lot of confidence in Stark. Jasmine Jones from the University of Southern California will be competing in the 400-meter hurdles. She just got her personal best also at the D1 Championships, clocking a time of 53.15 seconds. Her personal best is the third fastest time in the trials heat. Obviously, Sydney McLaughlin-Roan and Shamir Little will be her biggest competition. I think Jones actually has the potential to beat Little, but Little's personal best is kind of a lot faster than Jones at 52.80 seconds. It all depends on the little factors like wind, weather, and the track of the trials. Jones has the potential to beat Little, but I would not be shocked to see McLaughlin and Little take first and second respectively. And I feel like that's a very expected duo at the Olympic Games for this event. But also, if she gets third, that's great too, because I mean, she also can qualify for the Olympics in third place. The field events are where things get a little bit more interesting. Rachel Glenn from the University of Arkansas has the best distance in the women's high jump compared to the other people competing in the trials. She actually did not do so well at the D1 Championships, tying at 13th. Her personal best is 2 meters, but to be honest, I don't know if she can reach that height at the trials considering her recent competition. She has a good chance to make the Olympics, and she obviously has that potential, but there's a lot of close competition in this event. Like, she needs to watch out for Vashti Cunningham and Jenna Rogers, who is also a student athlete at the University of Nebraska. There's a lot of student athletes in this event. Jenna Rogers will definitely be a threat because she finished in 5th at the D1 Championships. Her personal best is 1.90 meters, but it will be interesting to see if she can beat Glenn at the trials. I think Rogers has the potential and ability to make it to the Olympics as well. This event is definitely more tough to make predictions about, though, because so many people are really close and there's a lot of fierce competitions. Sophia Beckman from the University of Illinois will be competing in the women's long jump. Her biggest competition is going to be Tara Davis-Woodhull and Kanisha Burks, and given that those two are competing, I have a feeling that Beckman will not be able to make it to the Olympics unless she can get third place. But still, I wanted to spotlight her because her stats are very close to the two of them. Her personal best is 6.86 meters, and Davis-Woodhull's personal best is 7.16 meters, and Burke's personal best is 6.98 meters. Okay, compared to Burke's, Beckham is pretty fierce competition for her, but Davis-Woodhull is pretty much out of this world with her personal best, and I don't think anyone can beat her right now, to be honest. But still, I think that Beckman has the potential to maybe get in third place and maybe second place. I think she has potential to be at the Olympic. I think that we might see her at the Olympic Games, but it definitely will be very close. So the field events, it's so hard to make predictions because it's like so close, and like personal bests don't really show enough because there's so many little factors that go into the field events. Same with the sprinting, long distance, all of those events as well. But the field events, I feel like are so hard to make predictions about. I don't know, that might just be me. I used to run track. I did not do any of the field events. Maybe I just can't make good predictions about the field events because I did not do any of the field events. I don't know, but yeah, I was one of the longer distance runners. It's actually mid-distance. I ran the 1500 and the 800, which is mid-distance. But some people will be called it long distance back then. Actually, it wasn't that long ago, but we didn't have any longer events, so that was the long distance events. Anyway, moving on, Jada Rose from the University of Oregon will be competing in the shot put, and I'm a huge fan of hers. Her personal best is second in the heat at 20.01 meters, and the first person's best is 20.03 meters, and that's Chase Jackson. They're so dang close, like so dang close. I think Ross will be able to make it to the Olympics for sure. Adelaide Akelia will definitely be the biggest competition for her, but here's the thing. Ross set the collegiate record in the shot put, so really I think that she's going to have no problem making it to the Olympics. She's a force to be reckoned with. Obviously, Ross crushed at the D1 Championship, where she got a distance of 19.57 meters, placing first. And this was a full meter ahead of the second place competitor. She's an absolutely insane and a beast, and I definitely will see her at the Olympics. Lastly, let's talk about Veronica Fraley in the discus. She's from Vanderbilt University, and her personal best is 67.17 meters, which is the third best in the trials heat. She placed first in the D1 championship, so she has been on a roll recently. I have a lot of confidence in her. I think she has a great shot at making it to the Olympics. It all really comes down to how the top two people will do, because their personal bests are a lot better than Fraley's, unfortunately. So the people in like 4th and 5th are big competition for her specifically. So Valerie Allman is the top person in the event with a personal best of 70.47 meters, and Laluga Tasaga Collins is second at 69.46 meters. Allman won the gold at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, so it's going to be a rough competition. Allman will definitely be at the Olympics for sure, but I still think that Fraley has a good chance of making it. We'll see. It'll be tough, that's for sure. So that concludes our show for today. Thank you guys for tuning into the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. And we do give some 60-second segments or reviews, updates on sports in our YouTube shorts on GSMC Podcasts and GSMC Sports Network YouTube channels. So go ahead, check that out. And if you're interested in seeing these shorts from the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, check out the GSMC Sports Network YouTube channel, because that is where I put my shorts. Okay, thank you guys once again, and have a wonderful day.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow.